I want to know why I've had to have the conversation with every single guy that I've dated that I'm not going to reach out first. I'm simply not. In my eyes, if you're pursuing a woman, part of it is reaching out first, because that energy is chasing, right? And as a woman, I'm not going to chase ever. What makes you so special that is going to make me want to chase you? Absolutely nothing. You're nothing.
Male loneliness epidemic. Yeah. Do you want to know the last time a man held the door open for me? Do you want to know the last time a man wanted to see me in the daylight? Do you want to know the last time a man bought me flowers? Do you want to know the last time a man picked me up for a date?
Okay, I have a question for all of the single straight men. What are you doing? Because every single day, I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous, just goddesses of women walking around living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated, sexy women? Because they're everywhere I look. Get it together.
Okay, question. What happened to the men who are providers? And the men who chase and plan dates?
PSA. Let's say that you found literally the love of your life. Like, I was convinced that I found the love of my life like a week ago, and he just ghosted me. We're having a good little chat, good chat, and then out of nowhere, he's gone. Hey, what's up? Hey, texting him. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, bro? Nothing. What did I do wrong? Tell me what I did wrong, because you're literally the love of my life. Tell me what I did wrong, and maybe we can go back. Because I'll take you back. But literally tell me what I did wrong.
I cannot date a man that does not banter. I need some back and forth. I need some excitement. I need creative insults back and forth. It just brings me so much joy. If you can't banter with me, we're just not gonna work out. I've dated people that I've tried to banter with, and I say one thing and they're like, what? And I'm like, you know what? Nothing. But you should know that I'm never going to talk to you again after this. But it's totally unrelated to that. And I've also dated men where it's like, I try to banter with them and then they'll be like, that's why your mom never loved you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not really, you should have said that more creatively and then we could talk.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Men refuse to be traditional in modern dating, but what's changed everything? If you date traditionally, like if you're still a traditional man and you want to date that way, get in the comments and let me know why. If you're moving away from that and you don't date as the typical traditional man, get in the comments and let me know why, because I'm going to continue to expose this. Too many men have wanted to do their best. Too many men have put their best foot forward. It got them nowhere. And this needs to be discussed because too many women are always saying, what's happened to traditional men and dating's not the same. But a lot of their talking points, they don't make any sense and they contradict each other. So we got a couple of clips to react to. Let's get into the first one. We got this woman calling her dad a simp. This crazy work. See, this is what they honestly think about you. See, they're always saying that it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Or which one is it?
As a society, we need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother. And honestly, for his daughters. He does everything for us. This morning, I was just gonna run out and get a coffee. And he was like, oh, the windshields have ice on them. It frosted last night. Let me go take care of that for you. Goes, puts on a coat, puts on shoes, goes outside, warms up my car, moves it closer from the street, opens and closes the windows, everything, so that when I got in the car, it was good to go. He's the kind of husband who brings my mom a chai tea latte in bed every day because he gets up early and she sleeps in. And then he makes her a smoothie every single day. Like, he will drive me back to Chicago if I don't feel like renting a car. Like, they just don't breed them like this anymore. Like, men used to go to war and now they go to shows and watch other boys push buttons on a little screen to make music.
The reason why I say is it a good thing or a bad thing is because if you have to place a label of simp on it, that's not a good thing. But then you're saying be a simp. That's a good thing. I don't understand. This is what they think of you, man. This is what they think of you. But the funniest part is they only come to this realization after they're done dealing with guys that they really want. See, they're always comparing things. Well, our grandpa and our grandma, my mom and my dad. Exactly. You have a mom and a dad. So why are you out here participating in things when a man isn't courting you? They don't want that off rip. This is what they really want. Roll the clip.
It is crazy how guys will treat you when they only deem you as somebody to like hit up for a booty call. I was dating this one guy where I really wanted something more with him, and I was promised that I was to get something more, but we were mostly just hooking up and hanging out, watching movies, like nothing really official, right? Anyways, we were laying in bed after doing some things, right? And he's like, you want to watch TikTok with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. This man proceeds to pull up his TikTok, go into his following, all a bunch of skimpy ass girls. And no shame, pop off, queen, get your views, get your money. But I thought it was crazy that me and this man had just done things. I'm still naked in his bed. He proceeds to go on his TikTok and look at all these women that were literally more than half naked. Like, there were very few layers of clothing on. And he just kept like frantically scrolling past all of these women because he was like, ooh, not that one, not that one. Because he knew that, like, wow, that's embarrassing that like there's that much. And like, I'm right here. He ended up being like, ooh, yeah, let's not go on TikTok. And I just remember sitting there like, damn, that's the moment I knew. I'm like, this guy is not good for me. That was terrible. And I ended up obviously breaking things off, but crazy, man.
I try to tell you guys all the time, this is what they want, but they say all of this stuff because they have to go through these experiences to all of a sudden find out, nah, I want a generous man. I want a chivalrous man. I want a guy who I'm going to hear from. I want a guy who's going to be there. I want a guy who's going to be attentive. I want a guy who's going to really listen to me and do as I tell him to do. Man, they don't even want that. But when they come to realize that's better for them, it's after dealing with a bunch of guys that they have the hots for, that they really want, that they don't have all of these requirements and standards for. And this works against women. So we're going to get into the next clip. And I know what a lot of guys are going to think while they're watching this. He ain't a man because he's asking this of her. No, I'm going to make this make sense, but let's roll it first.
So I just got home from a date where, I mean, it went okay. It was whatever. But he bought my dinner, he walked me to my car, and we're standing there. And I said, thank you so much for dinner. And he said, yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. It was all in one check, so I just paid. And I was like, well, were you wanting me to pay for my half? And he's like, yeah, that'd be great, actually. And sent me his Cash App as we stood there. Is this what I have to look forward to?
He could tell she wasn't really interested in him. He even said it. I didn't know how this was going to go. Basically saying in so many words, and she should know this because she communicates the same exact way as a woman. He knows it's not going anywhere. Rather than waste my time, I need you to pay for half of this. I'm not. See, this is the thing too. When men are out here trying to date, there are a lot of men that have money to blow. I will honestly tell you, if a date goes bad, still pay for it. But at the same time, I don't have a problem with the guy saying, you know what, this isn't going to work. You should just pay your half. And she literally said, I'm not going to see him again. Yeah, you're not going to see him again because you're looking for some provider dude. You're looking for some provider dude. Women have absolutely no problem with paying. They'll even reach to pay. And I always try to explain this to guys. Women will do this because they don't like you. They don't want to owe you anything, because a lot of the times when a guy pays for a date, he thinks that he's entitled to her body. And yes, that is true. Not always. But yes, that's true, because I'm taking you on this date because I'm attracted to you. And I'm going to take you on another date because I want you to stay here. See, when guys do all of this stuff, it's for you to stay here. Don't give this guy attention. Don't like this guy. Don't like this guy. Stay here. But let's get into a clip, actually, because we got one right now. Let's get into a clip of a guy that wants to pay for everything. See, I'm never saying there's anything wrong with being generous or chivalrous, as long as a woman deserves it. But at the same time, let's see what happens when you're willing to pay for everything, no matter how she feels about you.
I like men that spend money on me and don't bother me. I don't like men that only spend money on me when they're in my presence. This guy just called me and asked me what I was doing tonight and if I wanted to go out. I don't have an issue with going out tonight. I'm dressed. I'm about to go out with my friends. My issue is he's only going to spend money on me if he's there. Because he's always just trying to, like, He's always like, are you hungry? Do you need anything? All this stuff. But if I ever say I'm hungry, he wants to pick me up and take me to dinner. Just send me the money. And it's the same thing for tonight. And I know that if he was to come, he would pay for everything and he'd make sure all my friends got home safe and he'd drive us everything. Even the guy that we're going out with, he would take care of him. But it's like, just send me the money and leave me alone.
So is it safe to say that no matter what you do, you could be this guy they're asking for, this provider guy, the guy that they know is a safe bet, that's going to pay for everything, that's going to give her cash, going to make sure she's straight. But see, at the same time, in that clip, she's saying that if he's going to pay for things, he wants to be present. What the hell is wrong with that? See, she's got the guy that they're all asking for. He just wants to be present. And a lot of women think this way too. When women are saying, I need a guy to make this amount of money, I need a guy to have this, I need a guy to have this. Well, ask yourself, why? Because you're basically going to be handing it to her, not being involved in things with it, handing her things. How does that make sense? At least if you're a guy's investment, he's going to provide and invest into you, into the relationship. Why would he invest into something that he's not going to be in, that he's not going to partake in? Why? See, a bunch of the things that they need you for are things outside of you. That's why your money doesn't matter. If she doesn't like you for you, it's done. It's really done. If she doesn't like you for you, it's done. Men are realizing this slowly but surely. See, it's going fast for a lot of guys. You guys got to remember, this type of content is the minority. You could talk like this in front of a bunch of dudes. They're going to try to shame you. You're going to be around guys and you're going to be like, damn, this content has leveled me up because I'm not like these dudes. And that's a good thing. We are the minority, but slowly but surely, men are starting to realize I need to have this and have this and have this and have this because she don't really like me. So yeah, this needs to be there for it to be traditional. Nope. Traditional, the way it was traditionally is she liked him for him. He grinded. He became someone. She's been there. A lot of women are saying, I don't want to build with a guy because the minute that he gets on, he's going to leave me for a younger, more attractive woman. Yes, that does happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time when a woman knows how to play her position. Older women are feeling the effects of this too, of men not being traditional or wanting to do all of this stuff. Because apparently, if you're a 40-year-old man or a guy in your late 30s and you want to stay single, might just be coming into your success. You don't want to slow down for anything. You don't need to settle down, as they say. Hilarious. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Roll the clip.
You meet a man who is over 40 years old and he's never been married, run. Because a man that has made it his entire adult life and has never decided to commit to one woman is a problem.
See how they use reverse psychology? In their younger years, they ain't looking to settle down or whatever they call it. They're not looking to get pregnant and start a family. And yeah, they're willing to do this with the wrong type of guy, but with the guy that they really want. Remember this, the guy that they really want, which should be what they say, the provider, the attentive guy, the guys who's going to take care of the house and all of this stuff, right? Guys in their early 20s are not equipped for that. Guys in their early 20s are building for that, which is why you either have to build or just be quiet. They don't want to do that. A guy builds by himself, late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s. He's hitting his stride. Now there's something wrong with this guy because he built himself up, and you should have been there when he was in his 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. If you're talking about guys that are 40, hell, even guys in their early 30s, you didn't hop on the train and you missed it. You didn't get on the bus and you missed it. So now something's wrong with dudes. Nah, the more women keep making these TikToks and keep opening up their mouth, men are realizing there's no point in being traditional. Nothing that we do today is traditional. But then there are going to be some guys that still want to do it the traditional way. You want to meet a woman, not through an app. You want to approach her. You want to talk to a woman. You want to court her, take her out, nice dates and all of this stuff. Hopefully, you guys develop something. But there are other men that know, I've done this before and it got me nowhere. So now I'm looking for cooperation. If there's no cooperation, you cannot be a part of my operation. Let me know what you guys think, man. Get in the comments. But this was Men Refuse to Be Traditional in Modern Dating. What's changed everything? Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Where are the husbands? Serious question. Where are all of the husbands in this world? I am tired of dealing with men, for lack of a better word, that do not want to build homes or have wives or emotional stability. I don't want it. I would like a husband. I want to go home. Like, I want my coworkers to be like, oh, let's go here. And me be like, I can't. I gotta go home to my husband. I have to go home to my husband. Like, oh, who's gonna do this for you? My husband will do it for me. Where are they? Where are the men that like to work? Where are the men that like to fix things? Where are the men that like to nurture? Where are the men? Please